everybody. It's Melissa Martinez with the Pulaski County Health Department here again. And it is Friday. So you know what that means, right, Randy?
It's
Fit Friday. Woo! And we're talking all things fitness. So today I have the blessing of sitting down with one of my dearest friends that I've run with for quite a while. Her name is Randi, and we love her to death. But we're going to lose her here in a couple months, probably as doing our group runs, because she is expecting her third child, and that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about exercise during pregnancy, because I think it's an amazing topic, and I think it's something that a lot of people don't even know that they can do. So, Randi, I am going to give it to you. Can you kind of tell us a little bit about yourself and your fitness level and things that you like to do?
Yeah, of course. Well, my name is Randi. We've been here since 2013. My husband's in the Army. We've been married for about 8 years. I have 2 girls already. My oldest is 4 and my youngest is 2.5. And then, like you said, I'm expecting my third, due in September. And I love running. So when I got pregnant for the third time, I decided, 2020 was a really awesome year of running for me. And I'm like, I don't want to stop. And my doctor said, whatever you were doing before, as long as, it's not, contact sports, like no wrestling or anything like that.
Oh, but darn.
She said, just continue to do what you're doing and just listen to your body. And that's what I've done. And it's been really fun so far.
I love that you say that, because, I think I've talked to you about this before. With my son, Luke, I ran till I was 8 months pregnant. And then I just I would speed walk, obviously, because I was afraid I'd fall. I was kind of top heavy, but it really helps. Let's hit on some stuff that it's so important. And then I want to talk to you some more. I looked this up so we can really get some good information. And the first thing you did right, you talked to your doctor and you made sure it was okay. And right. So, that's the first thing. If someone out there is thinking that they can't do it, you need to speak to your physician first. And 9 times out of 10, unless you have some underlying, like diabetes or anything like that, your doctor's more than likely going to give you the okay to go ahead and do it. And maintaining a regular exercise routine throughout your pregnancy not only makes you feel healthy and makes you feel better, but it can prevent gestational diabetes, relieve stress, and build more stamina for labor and delivery. And we all know you need quite a bit of stamina for that, right?
Exactly. Yeah. This is my third. So we've done this twice, and that's for sure. I didn't run with the first 2 during pregnancy, but I did walk a lot, and I tried to stay, as active as I could. And I feel like that really helped. But this time around, I'm like, let's go for it. Let's do it.
Now, how far along are you, Randi?
I am 19 weeks.
Okay. So you're almost halfway to your halfway point. Okay. Yeah. So comparing your first 2 pregnancies with this one and the more exercise, your first trimester, we all know is really tough, lots of fatigue in the first trimester. Did you notice any difference this time by adding in the exercise and with the first 2?
I think with all 3 of them, they've been very similar. First trimester, the only symptom I had was just fatigue. I was just really, really tired. But once that second trimester hit, this time compared to the first 2, I feel amazing. I have all kinds of energy. I'm ready to roll. Like I do. I feel so much better now. And
that's awesome.
And I think it's just because I have been able to stay so active, like with this one.
So have you downed your mileage or anything? Are you doing just as before, or?
If anything, I'm a little bit crazy, and I've kind of upped it. Marathon I'm doing tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Now, that being said, the one thing that I do know, and your doctor probably told you this for anybody out there listening, the one thing that you need to make sure if you're exercising while you're pregnant, which seems to be, you look at races now, there's a lot of women doing it.
Absolutely.
But you got to keep your heart rate under 140 beats per minute. Did he say that? He probably discussed that with you, didn't he?
Yes. And then make sure I'm hydrated, make sure I have plenty of nutrition. And I've noticed, like, being pregnant compared to not being, even on like shorter runs, I always have my water pack, and I get so thirsty so quick, and I'm always hungry. So yeah.
Yeah.
Let's to my body and staying prepared is just what I've been trying to do.
Okay. So, also too, for anybody out there listening, definitely keep doing what you're doing. This is not the time to make gains though. I mean, it's definitely not the time to throw in speed work and hill work and try to get better. It's just the time to maintain. So tell us your game plan. Now, you got a marathon Sunday?
Tomorrow, it's Saturday.
Okay. Tomorrow. Oh my goodness. Okay. And so this is your second,
Yes,
because you had signed up before you found out you're pregnant.
I did. And I knew signing up that there was a chance because we had already talked about, my husband and I had already talked about expanding our family. So I signed up and I knew there was a possibility that I could be pregnant, but I mean, they say you can keep doing what you're doing. So I was just going to wing it. And basically, and this time when we did the marathon the first time in November at Bass Pro, our goal time was around 5 hours and 30 minutes. And we stuck with the pacers and we did that. My goal this time is to cross the finish line.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to hit around 6 hours, but if I'm a little slower than that, that's okay. I'm going to try to keep my splits a lot slower than I did the first time. I've just slowed everything down and I'm totally okay with that. It's actually more fun. We're just out there longer, you know?
It is. I think I've told you girls this before, but marathons are like mullets. The party's always in the back.
That's my plan. That's my plan.
And you get your money's worth too, right?
Right.
So guys, she said something that might sound foreign to some of you guys. She said she wanted to keep her splits the same. Now a split is your per pace on your miles, like your first mile, second mile, or your first half and your second half. And the key to any successful marathon or any long distance race is you want to keep your splits about even. So if you do it right, mile 1 and mile 26 are going to be about the same. Like, if you're probably going to run about an 11-minute mile on your first mile, and then you want to do the same on mile 26, and then it'll keep your heart rate, steady. So is that kind of your game plan?
Right. Yep. A lot slower than that, but yeah.
Yeah, that 12-minute miles. So I'm sorry.
And we plan to do intervals the whole time. Take an extra walk break.
Explain the intervals to people, what you're going to be doing.
So I'm going to start doing 45-30s. So I will run for 45 seconds, walk for 30 seconds, and then depending on how I'm feeling, how my body's feeling, I'll throw in some extra walk breaks. You know me, I always have snacks, so we got to throw in some snacks.
You do.
We're going to take it easy. Jeanette's actually doing it with me. And so we're going to tag team it. She's okay with slowing it down and sticking with me in the back too. So we're just going to take it easy. Our goal is to finish and have a good time.
I love that. So Jeanette, the person she's speaking about, is another one of the girls that's in our run group. And gosh, it sounds like you guys are going to have a lot of fun. Hey, let's talk about this race. It's a first-time marathon that's in our area.
Yes, it's in Cape Girardeau, which is just about 15 minutes from both of our hometowns. So it's really cool to be able to come out and be like at the finish line. My dad's going to be at multiple points like along the race. I think I have a friend that's going to come out. So we're going to have lots of support and it should be a really good time.
Yeah, that sounds like a good time. Gosh, I bet you're super excited.
I am a little bit nervous, but yeah, lots of excitement.
Well, I think it's natural to be nervous, in any marathon. Obviously,
Yeah.
We have behind you. You just had a cat bomb.
Oh,
I love it. Hey, so I just love this, and I hope that you'll take pictures so we can kind of share them, because I'd really love to see, how you guys are doing, and I want to hear after you do it. I want to hear how you felt, and that sort of thing. Hey, let's talk about though. Now, when you get done with this, after your third child, you stay active all the time with your kids. Why is that important? And can you give us some tips on ways you can get an exercise when you have kids?
Well, I love staying active with my kids because they also really love it. I mean, running is obviously something that I really like to do for myself, but it's something that I can also share with them. So it's really exciting. I love my Saturday group runs when I can go out and do it, get in a couple hours with my friends and unwind and stuff. But I also love those times when I can like put the kids in a stroller and we can go out and get some fresh air. Like this is something that you can do as a whole family, and it's running, walking, you know, everything. And I think my biggest goal is, you know, like I want my kids to be proud of me, and I want them, like, I want to show them that taking care of your body and staying active is so important. And like, I want them to see that I'm making that a priority for myself, because I want them to do that too.
Right.
You know,
and studies have shown, and it goes without saying, that kids learn more by what they see us do than by what we ever say to them. I mean, they usually follow in the footsteps of their parents. You know, I think I've told you guys this before, that my dad was a runner. And so my sister and I, we always ran. And you know, it wasn't until I think we graduated high school that we realized that not everybody did that. We just thought it was normal.
A way of life for you.
Yeah, we just
goals. That's what I'm working towards. My kids know, like on Saturday mornings when I'm getting dressed and I'm putting my hat on, they're like, "Oh, Mom, you're going for a run? We'll see you in a little bit." You know, it's just, something they know. And they push their little baby strollers around the house. Like, I'm running with my babies, and you know.
I love that. That is absolutely hilarious. Hey, so let's get back to running while pregnant, because I think it's really, really neat that, you know, years and years ago, the doctors, you know, I remember when it was, you know, like you need to sit down and put your feet up. Well, that's really, really changed. So for anybody out there listening, the American College of Obstetrics and Gynecology actually recommends that pregnant women do 30 minutes or more of moderate exercises. And that's every day of the week, unless they have a clinical application. And so if you've never exercised before, they say you can safely begin an exercise program after talking to your doctor. And they suggest walking and swimming.
I believe that walking is what I did with when I was pregnant with both Leah and Maddie. And I feel like it made a huge difference. Like my labor, even the doctors were like, "Oh, you seem like you're in pretty good shape." And I'm like, "Well, I walk a lot." But yeah, I think that the best thing you can do is, stay active.
Well, you know, another thing too, I mean, let's think about it. You're getting ready to run a marathon. It's going to take you about 6 hours, right? So how you've put in tons and tons of training. Well, labor is going to take you, I don't know how long it's going to take, but you got to train for that too, right?
Right. My labors were very, very similar with both my girls. It was about 14, 15 hours. So I feel like I'm ready.
Well, let's ask this. Which one's more enjoyable, the marathon or labor?
I mean, the reward at the end of labor is definitely better. But yeah, I definitely enjoy running more.
Yeah, let's see. A medal, a baby. A baby. Well, medals are less expensive in the long run, right?
That's so true.
This is so awesome. So one day, I don't know, do you know if you're having a boy or a girl?
I just found out that we're having a boy. I have 2 girls already. It'll be really exciting. A brand new adventure.
Congratulations. You know, that means, you know, less than 1% of the population will ever run a marathon. But think about the statistics of how many in utero. Like, you're going to tell your son, "Honey, you did a marathon when you weren't even born."
I'm so excited. You're
going to be like in this really small percentage.
Yeah. My family thinks I'm nuts, but it's fine.
Randy, they all think we're crazy. We know that. But hey, let's talk about our group runs, though, for somebody out there listening.
I feel like as moms, you know, sometimes we, you know, you really need to find that support, you know, find your tribe. And there are so many different organizations out here. And our group runs on Saturday morning is a great place. It's very family friendly. It's a great place to meet new people and come out, walk, run, dance, crawl, like whatever you want to do, you know. And that's just a great place to start, I think, is the group runs. And the donut runs, those are also really family friendly. I feel like everything around here, if you have your kids, bring them.
Yes, I would agree. And don't forget TMRWB, they do the Monday night runs, and they meet in downtown Waynesville.
Yes. And I take my girls there every Monday because my husband is never off in time. So that's just our thing. We'll start to get ready. And my oldest is like, Mom, are we running with friends today? And so every Monday I'm pushing the double stroller. I got both the girls and we make it fun.
Mm-hmm. So for all those out there listening, on Saturdays, we meet usually at the Waynesville Park. That's with the Frog Fitness Group. And then Mondays are with Team RWB. Both of these organizations, if you check them out, have all kinds of stuff. I mean, Angie's doing pound. We got yoga. There's all kinds of stuff. We try to put everything on our Healthy Futures Pulaski County page. But they're wonderful groups. There's lots of amazing groups in the area, and they're all open to everybody. Randi,
Right.
Let's talk about it. Talk about the kids you see there and the age groups and all that.
So there's really, I'd say at all those events, there's kids of all ages, babies, you push them in the stroller. My kids are still small enough to fit in the stroller. They're 4 and 2.5. But those kids that are a little bit older, bring their bikes and you run, walk, or whatever you do, and your kids can do the bikes around. And then, just make it a family affair. It's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. So I am so excited for you. And I thank you so much for sitting down to talk with us. So, you said you're going to finish in about 6 hours. You're going to take some pictures for us. And then, you know what, if you're lucky, maybe they'll give you an extra medal for your son.
That would be really cool.
I think he'll deserve it because, he did go for the whole he'll go for the whole 26.2, right?
You're working real hard in there.
Well, Randi, thank you so much. So for the mom out there that's looking to start, can you give us 3 pieces of advice?
Absolutely. I'd say first, if you're already at a, awesome fitness level, just keep doing you. As long as your doctor gives you the okay, keep doing you. And if not, if you're just starting your fitness journey, start small. We all started somewhere, and you can start by walking. The intervals are a great option, and then find what works for you. Maybe running is not your thing, but maybe swimming is, or maybe biking is. Group fitness classes, like you said, Angie's doing pound.
Mm-hmm.
There's all kinds around here. Find your groove. And then I'd say too, find your tribe. Find a group of people that will help you and support you and encourage you. And I feel like that's so important to have that support. My family's really great when I'm, gone for hours and hours on the weekends running. They're super supportive of that. Friends are really supportive. So just find your people. And like you said, with all the organizations around here, come to a group run.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many that are ready to cheer you on. So find your tribe. And then I'd say 2 or number 3, as moms or as parents, sometimes we feel guilty when we prioritize ourselves and when we, make time to do things that we like. So I'd say don't feel guilty about sometimes putting yourself first, because it's really hard to take care of, your family. And, my kids are really little and they're really needy. And I'm a better mom when I take care of myself and when I, feel healthy and I feel good. So don't be afraid to do you sometimes, So hopefully that helps.
That. Oh yeah, Randi, that is awesome advice. That's awesome advice. Okay, so we're going to come back, and you guys, we're going to post her pictures. I'm going to take your pictures, and we're going to post those on our Healthy Future site, and we'll give you an update of how she did on her race.
Thank you so much.
All right, girl, you are awesome. Have a most wonderful Friday.
Thank you so much. You too. Bye, Melissa.
Bye, guys.